back in session here after we got ourselves straightened out.
Okay,
Madam Clerk?
so back to item 9, it's a resolution authorizing award of bid for calendar year 2017 water and sewer department supplies to the following vendors: HG Supply Waterworks Ltd., Atlantic Plumbing Supply, the Kennedy Companies, and Waterworks Supply Company Incorporated to furnish the City of Millville with water and sewer department supplies in the amount of the itemized bid in Schedule A.
Before we move the motion, we do have certification of bill building, Waterworks Supply totaling $60,000, and HD Supply Waterworks totaling $40,000, and Kennedy Culvert Supply totaling $30,000, for a total of $130,000. Move the resolution. Second motion. Thank you.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Ennis?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Perka-Compare?
Yes.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner, can you share my- Thank you. Item 10 is a resolution to accept and authorize execution of sub-award grant for 2017 Safe and Secure Communities program for the state sub-award amount of $90,000 to pay base salary of law enforcement officers with the City of Millville match requirement to pay all fringe benefits for the sub-award period of June 24th, 2017 through June 23rd, 2018.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Any comments? I will make a comment. Thank you to Marcella and all the workers, especially Sherry Nay, who put this grant together along with the chief and the police department. You know, it's money that we'll take, that we need for more police officers.
Amen.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ennis?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Perka-Compare?
Yes.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 11 is a resolution appointing Pamela Shapiro, Personnel Officer, to serve as Affirmative Action Officer.
Move the resolution.
Second motion?
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Ennis?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Perka-Compare?
Yes.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I was going to say new business or
So
not.
we have new business?
Yes,
Make a
ma'am.
motion.
New business.
Make a motion to authorize the following special events on public lands. The Greater Millville Church of the Nazarene to hold an Easter sunrise service on April 16th, 6:30 a.m. at Buck Park.
Second motion?
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Ennis?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Perka-Compare?
Yes.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
And Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you. We've now reached the public portion of our meeting. Anyone who would like to address the commission, please go to the podium, state your name, your address, and your concerns, and please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes.
Good evening, Commissioners. Angeline Broomhall Millville. Great job on the budget for everyone. It's pretty impressive that
Thank
you guys
you.
all did that. I'm really impressed. I wanted to talk about Millville Senior High School and some of their accomplishments that they've had this year. I think they provide a great sense of community and pride for everyone in Millville, and it deserves some recognition. We all know that the football team won the state championship. What some people don't realize is that many new records have also been set by the Millville football team. Some other things that haven't gotten as much recognition of the band. It wasn't very long ago. There was only about 20 members in the band, and currently we have 120 members who made it to championship, and they will be traveling to March in the parade in Disney. I think it's next month. Our Millville Senior High School came first and second in the pumpkin chunking contest this year. Millville Senior High School student was came in first, second, and third in the American Chemistry Society contest. Pretty impressive. This was the first year that Millville Senior High School competed in the Engineering and Robotics Club contest. We had 2 teams. We got to send 2 teams, 1 boy team, all boys, and 1 all girls. And we had 13 members of the National Music Honor Society inducted into the National Music Honor Society. These and many, many more accomplishments are Millville Senior High School have accomplished this year. And the reason I'm bringing these things up is because the Phenom Factory, along with some caring citizens, are trying to celebrate their accomplishments and help them transition to celebrate their accomplishments and transition into adulthood and let them know that Millville cares about them. So what they've decided to do is they want to that we're going to have an Operation Fairy Godmother, which are going to help with gowns, tuxedo rentals. We're not forgetting the boys this time. We're not forgetting the boys. There's going to be tuxedo rentals, hopefully some prom tickets, flowers, haircuts for as many as we can provide deserving kids so that they can be recognized for all their hard work as they transition into productive members of our community. We want to let them know that Millville really cares about them. So we're asking for donations and volunteers, and they can be dropped off at the Phenom Factory on South 8th Street, or someone can get in contact with myself, Angeline Broomhall. Easy to find. And anything, monetary donations will be used towards tickets to help them pay for prom, gowns, any businesses that want to donate flowers, any hairdressers who want to help, cut hair, things like that. Somebody has secondhand gowns or wants to purchase new gowns, all those things, anything that would pertain to prom to help these kids go. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great
Thank
idea.
you. Thank you, Angelina. Very good idea. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Heather Limbeck. I live on the west side of town. I have a couple questions for you and your chief. I wanted to know if any of you have spoken to a representative of SERV.
What?
Serve.
SERV.
Can you speak into the mic?
I wanted to know if any of you and your chief have spoken to a representative of SERV.
Serve?
Yes.
What is serve?
Services Empowering Rights of Victims.
Okay. I have never.
Okay.
I haven't.
Okay.
Serve.
Have you?
Yes, we do.
Do you deal with those people?
They come in and they talk to us quite a bit and stuff. Yes, we utilize their service.
There you go.
Okay. I am being recertified as a domestic violence advocate
Great.
and certified for a sexual assault advocate. I have a poster that I was hoping that maybe the Millville Police could hang up in case they happen to see any victims. That's just kind of all I wanted to do. I just wanted you to be aware of every 9 seconds in the United States, a woman is assaulted or beaten. Average of 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner. 1 in 15 children are exposed to violence, and 90% are an eyewitness. I just wanted you and everyone in Cumberland County, Gloucester County, Camden County, SERV has a domestic violence response team and a sexual assault response team that if a victim requests, we will come out and we will talk to the victim and go to the hospital if need be. But I was wondering if maybe you could hang this up.
Absolutely. If you get one for City Hall, we'll hang one here too.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can get more. I
That's
just
fine.
wasn't sure, and I wanted to know if you were aware of what this program does. They offer free counseling. We don't do transportation. However, we will meet you at the courthouse. We do go to Inspira. There is a sexual assault nurse examiner that we work with that is there also. So,
Don't you send a representative to municipal court? Because I seem to remember there would be one that would be in Bridgeton and also in Millville.
well, Cumberland County
Yeah.
works with SERV. I used to do this before when it used to be the women's shelter back in the beginning of 2000 maybe. So I've been doing this for a while. I'm just getting recertified and certified because sexual assault is new to me. So,
Well, congratulations on your recertification, and thank you for your volunteer
thank you.
for this program. And it's a great program, and it's people like you that help other people that unfortunately have to go through these traumatic scenes. So thank you. And we will be more than happy to hang those up.
Okay, good.
What
Thank
was
you
your
so
first
much.
name?
My first name is Heather.
Heather. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you, Heather.
I also have 12 years of experience with domestic violence.
Awesome. Thank you.
I
Thank
just
you.
want people to know there is life after that.
Thank you, Heather.
Greg Kears, Millville. Thank you, Commissioner Campari, for the soup sale. I hear the guy that makes the pozole knows what he's doing, so just some inside information. But also, since we were talking about the Historic Society, it's the 100-year anniversary of World War I. And we're also, I don't know if the flyers have gone out yet. I'm not charged with mailing. But there's also going to be a field of poppies that we'll be doing at the library on the corner of 2nd and Main. Essentially, it's for of the 300 boys who went to war from Millville. Paper poppy for each one. Plus, it's a great way to check out the library. But also on April 8th, I think it's at 6. Don't quote me on that. Wish I had the flyer with me. We will be having a Woodrow Wilson reenactor, I guess. He's like a history professor who does, an impersonation, who will be speaking as Woodrow Wilson. The location still to be announced because we're not sure on the size, because we can only hold so many in both of the facilities we have. So the location is still to be announced, but I think that would be a really cool thing for Millville, especially since we had 300 guys go over, and that's the trees, but because we used to have Argonne Forest here in town, a tree for every one of the guys.
Right.
So just wanted to toss that out there since it was mentioned.
I know you're Mr. Kears, but can you give us your name and your address? Because I think we missed
Greg
that.
Kears, Peach Drive, Millville.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The next meeting's on the 4th, so if it is the 8th, you can announce it then and tell us. Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening, Kirk Hewitt, Millville.
Good evening.
Once again, thanks to everybody who's involved holding the budget. That's good. We all appreciate that. I just wanted to follow up on a couple things that have been brought to attention, minor things in the past, 3 months. I don't know. I haven't been able to find out myself, but there was a gentleman came here January 3rd. He was asking question as to this. I don't know whether it's a contract, it's an agreement, or what, that was put into effect a long time ago with Comcast, and evidently that may be coming due. And I'd like to maybe ask that has a lot of attention paid to it. Do we really need a contract? Can we just open this up for
The
competition?
actually, after I announced that it expired this year, I was shown by the administrator another letter that came saying the first letter I read was in error. So it doesn't expire till next year. However, if there is enough community interest, for 2018, correct? If there is enough community interest, there is a series of steps that we have to follow, including forming a committee, writing letters. It's a whole process. So if there's enough people that are interested in that, we can follow through on that. However, that doesn't, at least my understanding, and Mr. Solicitor, please correct me if I'm wrong, that doesn't really keep anybody else out of here.
Right, and that's what I was questioning. Does the agreement that is existing now, because basically according to that agreement, it's been broken anyhow, because
By them not having a store.
by them not having a store here. They moved it to Walmart. That was their stepping stone, Walmart Shopping Center.
That's right.
But now they're over at Main Tree Center in Vineland, so they're basically in default of any contractor agreement that they wrote. I'm gonna see if I can make some contact with somebody. I don't know who, as far as on the Verizon side. sure, everybody's got the availability of satellite, stuff like that.
I think one of the problems was, I think Verizon wasn't interested in extending their service to Millville. I could be wrong about that, but I think there was some indication of that.
That's correct, they were not interested.
Yeah, but now they have grown to, for instance, for me, a mile and a half down the road, Verizon Fios is available. They have surrounded us. Carmel's got it. You know, everywhere has it except us, because they're really, I guess this gentleman's agreement, let's call it, was pretty long-standing, and they just didn't want to fight the fight or whatever. You know, that was my main thing. Let's see what we got to do. I got a question. Some of it was answered in the work session tonight. Field of Dreams. I know they planted a row of trees out there. I don't know the extent of their citation, of what they have to do to meet the requirements for their occupancy permit. I know when it was discussed, they were basically, it was pretty well thought across the board up front, shut them down.
I went out there with the engineers when they did the inspection. They needed to plant about 30 more trees, which had died. They
Yeah.
had 2 rows of trees, and a row of privet was put up, and the sound wall stuff looked to be repaired. They were doing the sound test on the engineering department.
So they are moving
I don't know if
along
they finished
fine.
that or not, but they did the repairs that they needed to do to
Right.
make it pass. I don't know if they did the sound test yet.
The other thing that sometimes bothers me, and probably other people, is when you're making money, when you're not complying. It sounded like we were going to, like Millville was going to get pretty forceful that weekend.
Well,
And go out and
unfortunately,
put a tag on.
the amount of work that really had to be done was really very little.
Minor, yeah.
And I don't know why it took so long to do it. It just
Right,
does- I mean, I don't get it.
That's what I'm alluding to.
It would have been
you
a
know.
lot easier just to do it and get it over with.
Get it done, yeah.
Yeah.
And the last thing, and I'm not griping, I just have a question. And I don't need to know the particulars, but I think probably we're going to be seeing the city wind up in court over the last land sale, most likely. Is there, always just a yes or a no, or you know, a follow-up? If there's no investigation that's going to go on, that's fine. But if there's no investigation going on, and there's no reason other than the fact of, because, wouldn't it be wise to take a step back, shut off the cost that might wind up being very high in court, and just let Mr. Gifford have his land and don't take this thing rolling into court? Unless there is reason to follow on with an investigation, which really shouldn't matter with it anyhow. Because it could cost us, I mean, he bought the land for what, about $54,000? How much is it going to cost us back and forth to fight this? Just a consideration, asking you to consider it. And any comments you might have, and that'd be it.
It's, the only thing I'm going to say, it is in court already.
So it's basically, it's going to follow through, there's no shutting, yeah.
Never let common sense get in the way of authority.
That's a shame.
That's my comment.
That's just my thought, but that's a shame that did happen, you know. I'm glad that I didn't bid against Brian that day here, because I wanted one of those properties, and I'm glad I didn't have to get wrapped up in the way this wound up ending. Other than that, thank you.
You're welcome. Seeing no one else, I close the public portion part of this meeting. Last comments of commissioners, Commissioner Davis.
And just briefly, mostly speculation at this point because the federal budget's not final, but there's been a lot of talk this week that the CDBG and the home rehab programs could be eliminated for 2017 year. Hopefully, we're going to learn some more in the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. We're going to continue to go through our Citizen Advisory Committee for CDBG and still accept applications for both CDBG home and these other grants. But it looks like, if nothing else, they're going to get severely slashed. So that's what we have to look forward to. That's it. There.
Commissioner Sui,
Progress.
Commissioner Ennis,
Progress?
Commissioner Perkin-Perry.
Progress.
I have a couple of things. One, I was able to go to the American Legion for their anniversary on Saturday, and I forgot the name of the people. There was 5 people. The one person I want to talk about is Mrs. Shannon. 70 years she volunteered as an auxiliary person for the American Legion Post 82 in Millville. 70 years. She actually started with the first female. I thought that was awesome, along with gentlemen that were there for 50 and 55 years. I had a real good time, and it was awesome to recognize people from Millville. This morning, I had the opportunity to go to Lakeside Middle School for the AVIT part of the school, where kids come up with some solutions, they come up with some ideas, and we had to judge them. There was a panel of judges, maybe 5 or 6 of us, and there were some great ideas about graffiti, about cleaning our parks, about stem cell. Awesome. They received a $500 donation from the school system, which was awesome. Everybody, each 5 group that was represented, received a donation. I tell you what, it was just an awesome experience to be there. I got to give credit to board member Kim Carty. She was also there representing the school system. So it was a great, it was my first time there, but it was a great time to see young people coming up with solutions of problems that they're seeing. They know about the graffiti down at the park, but they came up with 5 solutions as how we can attack that and make it better. And I thought it was great. I actually invited all of them here tonight at 6:30, but I'm sure we're going to gather them together and bring them here. But it was a great event, and I was very happy that I was invited. The other thing I want to talk about is our new Denny's. Have you been there? Who hasn't been there? I've been there. You got to go to Denny's. Great mural of the city of Millville. Excellent. Good food. They're having a huge job fair. They're hiring for all positions, for all shifts. Cook, service, hosts, managers, dishwashers. March 27, 2017 at 10 a.m. till noon, and also from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And it's all going to be held at the Holiday Express Suites at 398 Smith Street, which is just past the mall there. So I have a flyer here. I'll hang it downstairs, but already Denny's is hiring, and I'm so happy that they're here in the city of Millville.
Absolutely.
Any other comments?
Can you get the solutions for us so we can see if there's anything we want to use
I'm actually going to invite them.
to explain it to us?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I was hoping they'd come tonight. I think I shocked them a little bit. They were like, okay, this is great. Come to a meeting tonight. And then it kind of got a little bashful on me. But
I'd like to see what they had to say.
it was awesome. Very good. Very good. Any other comments? All right, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you for coming.